Yeah!
Hola gang, and welcome again to Old Nerd Reviews. This is a special episode of Old Nerd Kitchen. I started looking at some of the older videos that I made throughout the years on my first vlogging channel, and I found some that really fit the niche of this channel here on Old Nerd Reviews. And I thought it was a real shame that I didn't share some of these with you. But I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start repurposing some of this stuff for you guys so you can see. So today is a very special guest chef. Her name is Cheryl Lalack, and her husband run a bed and breakfast down in Newport, Oregon, along the Oregon coast. The dish that she's going to be making for you today, she makes for her guests, and it is amazing, and it is called Seafood Benedict. Here's Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl from the Lightkeepers Inn here in Newport, Oregon, and I thought I'd share with you one of my favorite breakfasts to prepare. It's called Seafood Benedict. I came up with this recipe because I was stressing over hollandaise sauce, trying to do regular eggs Benedict. We're going to start off with melting some butter. Everything is butter and cream here in this place. And I'm going to saute some garlic. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my scallops. And I prefer using the larger ones. That way, if I'd like to cut them down, I can, but normally I like to leave them this size because they do shrink when they cook. So, and I put the juice and everything in. So we'll just let that saute up and brown up. Throw some salt and pepper. And I usually, when I prepare this for our guests, I usually figure 2 scallops per muffin, and you'll see what I mean by that when I prepare the muffin together. So while this is, I'm going to turn this up a little bit more, and I'm going to add a bottle of clam juice, and that gives it just a nice richer flavor. While that's going on, I'm going to go ahead and turn my water on for my egg. We have the toasted muffin, and I like to take smoked salmon, and there is we call him Smoker Dave at the local market, and he makes the moistest smoked salmon. And so I put the smoked salmon right on top of the muffin, and be generous. We'll let that cook a little bit longer. I found these new little kitchen gadgets to poach my eggs in, and I just love them. And I just spray them with Pam inside and break the egg into it, put some salt and pepper on it, and we'll cover it and let it cook. And it's so slick the way that egg comes out. It just lays right on top of the smoked salmon. Make sure you don't overcook the scallops, otherwise they get tough. And this is a good recipe that when you're done, if you have leftovers, you can add wine to it, a white wine, and serve it over pasta and have basically a seafood fettuccine. And I usually serve this with fried red potatoes with onion and garlic, and one of these muffins and fresh fruit. And usually the guys can eat a couple, and the ladies can only eat one. Actually, I'm going to add some cream to this right now. Everybody has their own way of preparing gravy, and I'm always worried that it's going to be lumpy, so don't laugh, but I use an old strainer and put it in my warm liquid, and then I gradually add the flour and probably 4 tablespoons of flour, and see it's already bubbling, so it's nice and warm. And then I just start stirring, whoops, I start stirring And then I have to always have a bath after I get done because I'm a messy cook. Oh dear. I just kind of see how I mash it into the liquid, and then it thickens up and it's not lumpy. The only lump they see would be some garlic that's been toasted in here. So we'll let that thicken up and we'll let the egg get done. Sometimes I like to add shrimp, big prawns, and I always use wild caught. You can add any kind of fish actually if you wanted to, but I like just a basic simple shrimp maybe is the most I add. And I might even add a salad shrimp to it. My husband's grandma always said the secret to good gravy was hot liquids, boiling liquids, and stir like crazy while it thickens up. Now, for the real nummy part, Parmesan cheese. And that you just add to your own liking. And you can tone this down too with using 2% milk if you want. I just like to spoil my guests with real butter, half and half, heavy cream, and I tell them not to go to the doctor and have their cholesterol tested for a while. So, turn the egg off. So remember, I put the smoked salmon on the muffin, and I don't butter the muffin. Now, this is so cool. I hope it works. So you just put it over the muffin. Look at that! That is so cool! I just love it. First, I like to put the sauce on. And you make it as thick as you want, or however you like it. And actually, one scallop will be sufficient. I'll put 2 on, what the heck. And a little paprika or dill. If you have dill, that's good to put on too. And there you have it. Seafood Benedict. I'd like to thank you for joining me while I was preparing this dish for you. And hopefully there'll be more recipes coming on YouTube. And I'll be putting together just a little cookbook as well. Come see us if you're in Newport, Oregon, the Lightkeepers Inn, Bed and Breakfast. We'd love to have you. Thanks so much.